Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships. Today we're doing another ship request. You guys wanted to see Wiesbaden last time. As always, comment down below this video. The most upvoted comment below this one is what I will be playing next week. I gotta be honest with you guys, I kind of forgot this cruiser existed. It has the secondary mounts off of like the Hanover, for example. And that means we get 32 millimeters of pen on destroyer caliber main guns. So while the HE DPM isn't amazing, that extra pen is a big deal. The AP DPM looks pretty awesome. 8.5 kilometer detect on a cruiser looks really good alongside stealth torp potential. And this ship gets a smoke generator. So a smoke cruiser that now has a heal thanks to the recent buff to mid-tier cruisers. Very interesting. Now, the build we're going to run today looks a little something like this. We are going full concealment because I do think I want to take advantage of those torpedoes. May try some lighthouse shenanigans if we want to go full into the main guns, but I think the torps are worth using. Heavy HE and SAP does not have a penalty when your gun caliber is below 149 millimeters. So we're just getting free alpha damage there. Not sure how much I'm actually going to use top grade considering our detect, but we'll see. I might play around with the build yet a little bit, but DPM cruiser with smoke and a heal now, this should be a pretty good experience. Unless, of course, we run into that full up tier game. Oh no, against a lot of tier 10s in this one, and we're jumping in rather late as I have made my way down to the south part of the map, trying to use island cover. And there's not a whole lot going on this flag. So I guess I'll continue to try and push up to the next island here. It's very difficult when you're playing a tier 8 cruiser and you get into the tier 10 game where the battleships stay pretty much in their spawn, right? Not going to be farming them too much. And we have a Napoli also pretty far back. It's difficult to play these ships into this sort of matchmaker. So we need a lot of patience. We have been found out, but fortunately, this Jaeger is also detected by a radar right now. Excellent. Very risky to push like this, but maybe we can get some good damage in on the destroyer. Unfortunately, we don't get too much into him. And now that we've been found out, I'm assuming that the Sun Yat-sen is actually going to go after us. We'll have to be a little cautious of that. I'll keep the island between myself and the Schlieffen here for now. If Napoli pushes this too, we have torpedoes, remember. We got the torps. So, yeah, Sun Yat-sen goes for us. The HE salvo or something hit us for, like, all of our modules. That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I think I should either smoke or... Yeah, I think probably just a smoke is in order. Perhaps Schlieffen already used his hydro. He did not. Okay. That is going to be a big issue. If they YOLO push me, though, remember, we got the torps. We got the torps here, so... Could be a bad time for them. Could also be a bad time for me. I've probably overpushed this, but forgive me for being a little impatient on this flank. Nice! The Napoli is also going around... the same side the Schlieffen is on. That's great. Can we get fortunate where Sun Yat-sen guns don't actually end up doing much damage to us? Looks like it. Perhaps a bit of speed juking here. I'm really pushing it. I'm really pushing my luck here. Ah, the Jaeger wants to come try his luck. Sure. That'll be fun. All right, I'm forced forward here by the Sun Yat-sen guns. We're getting fortunate, but it's Sun Yat-sen, guys. It's Sun Yat-sen. That ship does not agree with me because of its dispersion. Nice to see that is also playing out here. I mean, we're kind of the reason this flank is stalled out for them. I don't know. This is a weird, very weird spot to be in. Very, very weird spot to be in. I wonder if Schlieffen's hydro is going to run out soon. Ours is already out. Yeah, it did, but now I am proxy lit. Okay, we're just still going to get really lucky with the... Sun Yat-sen not doing any damage to us. Still not doing damage to us. Lucky. Very lucky. Nice, and we get to go dark even for a second. Another destroyer approaches. Perhaps we can get some good damage here. Shelvelocity seems pretty decent, I would say. Okay, here's Napoli going. Interesting, he used his smoke. Sure. I'm worried about the Schlieffen round in the corner. That's why I'm always looking for that. Okay. Wonder if we can take him out. Nice. We get him with the fire. Oh, he's on his way. He's on his way. He's on his way. Careful. Careful. Go forwards. Go forwards. Oh my goodness. How silly is this? I mean, we're holding up a Schlieffen, right? Like, this is a situation where a Schlieffen is not really having an impact on the battle, and we're a lowly little tier 8 cruiser, yeah? Schlieffen's not looking, guys. Hold. Hold. The slowest reverse YOLO you've ever seen, bro. Hello, sir. All right, now put it in forward. Put it in forward. Surely we can make that work, yeah? Just overpens? No, we were angled. Oh, I think Napoli actually hit us pretty hard, and then the Schlieffen got the finishes. Maybe he got the Citadel too. I thought maybe I would be broadside enough. Okay, well, 69k damage is pretty nice, and considering the game we had, I mean the matchmaker, that is a good result from Wiesbaden. So now we get the complete opposite matchmaker, where we're clearly top tier. I don't need this either, Wargaming. I would just prefer a little more balanced experience, like +1, -1, I don't know. We're going to send it down the flank here, because 8.5 kilometer detect is very, very good into this sort of matchmaker, where there's only one destroyer. There's also a submarine, potentially on this flank. Our sub is AFK, which is not great, shall we say. Let's just move on from that before I go on to another rant there. Torp boat, perhaps. Perhaps we can just be a torp boat here on this flank. That would be kind of cool. Spotting as well. Once these guys get into some fights and that, with my team, we could think about smoking up and then getting some good damage in. That kind of thing would be probably a pretty good idea. Allende does have a radar that we'll have to think about as well, so pay attention to that. And we'll just kind of do the spin to win thing. Are they gonna let me get the cap here? Ain't no way. I can't believe it. All right, are these guys gonna push it all? It does not look like it, actually. That's very interesting. All right, well, may as well smoke, because our friendly battleship should be spotting. Although if he walks behind our smoke, then, you know, that spotting is going to go away. We'll start on, I don't know, Pensacola, I guess. Get a little good damage in there to start with. Yeah, the Allende goes dark. Otherwise, it could be a good idea to go after that radar cruiser. They're sending a lot here. Look at that. Nagato, Colorado coming down. Very nice. This could be ideal situation for a Wiesbaden. We shall see. Looks like it could be pretty good, though. And it looks like the enemy sub is in the north. What a weird spawn. They didn't mirror it. So it's not even that bad that our sub has been AFK. Oh, shells go short bug. Too bad. Yeah, this poor Pensacola. I mean, we're beating up on the lower tiers. It's always hard to play as the bottom tier, right? Let's relock. Maybe that'll help dispersion. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we should really start on this Allende here. Notice our smoke is about to run out. Our Brandenburg just kind of walking here is not the best, shall we say. I think that is going to result in some bad times for us going forward. But maybe that means they'll start pushing now, which I would like. I would definitely like that. We'll stop shooting now because our smoke is about to run out. And it will turn into try and get a torp run going. We'll see. They're very passive. They're very, very passive for how many ships they have here. So it's a little weird. I expect them to start pushing now, though, yeah? Especially with the Cyclone on the way in, which is notably pretty bad for a light cruiser. But we do have a smoke with 4.5, notably 4.5 kilometer smoke fire. That is very, very good. Allende is starting to push, so we can hit him up with some torpedoes, maybe. Some spin to win. We gotta wait a while, actually, between our smokes. That is something notable. There's some downtime there that you gotta worry about. Is his plan to full push this? Turn in? Turn out? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna overthink it. We'll just send the torps like that. And then keep our guns on the right so that when we're shooting at this guy, we're more angled to these guys. That's really important here. Those torps look okay. He probably fits in between those, though. Yeah, just barely. Too bad. Perhaps we can bait him into the next set. Let's open up. 12 seconds. His AP could hurt, so let's make sure we're angling to that. Yeah, oh, even with the angling, he still got the citadels. That's fine. We will use our smoke screen, though. There it is. And how are the torps looking? They look pretty good. Do they have the range is the question. Might get all three there out of that set. Yeah? Oh, so close, so close. But very nice torp send. Sometimes you can bait the enemy ship into eating your torpedoes because you opened up, right? Like they wanna shoot at you more, right? This York is deciding he may not want to push this, so makes sense. Let's reverse back into our smoke. I almost made a pretty massive misplay there by leaving too early. All right, not bad. Not a bad start. And we still are getting some spots here, so we'll use our smoke to farm out of while we can. As these guys push up, then we'll start to think again about torps in between our smoke. So it's smoke farming if you're on an open water flank like this. It's smoke farming into when your smoke is down, try for some torp runs. And then when your smoke comes back up, you can just start smoke farming again. Works pretty well, man. I forgot this ship existed, but man, it's really good, especially now with this heal. This is very nice. Shell velocity is totally fine, I would say. Looks like they got our submarine. Okay. Maybe we can take this Nagato out before our... some blind fire coming through. Yeah, that's a bit tricky. Mr. York, what is your plan, sir? Let's go like that. I think I'll just keep spotting for now. It would be really nice to take this Nagato out, but it's a little risky for us to go right now, or like to keep shooting right now. So I'm gonna let that fire tick and then see what his HP gets to. There's the Allende also sort of pushing up. York, probably noticing his team is kind of going this way more, is going to continue that way as well, I would guess. Perhaps not, though. Perhaps not, though. So, 30 kilometers. That'll slowly tick down. Nagato on 5k HP. It'd be so nice to get him out before... Yeah, and he's not even looking at us, so I'm going to try. It's only a couple salvos, maybe a fire. Hoping he doesn't have his damage control up. I'll have to take some hits here, but I think this is worth it if we can get him. Be really nice. Trying to juke some of these shots. That could hurt. Okay, the battleships didn't get a hold of us. Nice. Yes, we get them. And there is our reload buff now. So, also worth noting, the timing there. We perfectly got the timing on that one, allowing us to not really take too much extra after taking out the Nagato. That was close, though. We cut it a little tight. But very, very cool. Send out some rando torps for this York. And then because the York is isolated here, I do want to take this fight. I don't want to be bow into this fight, though, I don't think. Yeah. I'm caught a little too broadside, but a slow down and turn away could work here. Nice, we got to fire very early. And now that he's broadside, let's send the AP his way. The AP is very solid here. Good damage output. Wait, it can Citadel a York? I thought it had kind of poor pen when I was looking at the stats of it. Okay, well, we Citadel to York. I was not expecting that at all. We're getting overpenned. Light cruiser things, I suppose. Very fortunate for us. Yeah, there's the Citadel. I'm being too greedy. Notice how he's getting behind my ship. It's forcing me to turn more broadside on to actually shoot all of my guns. It's a very smart tactic to run as this York here. I'm going to smoke because our smoke fire is 4.5, as we already said. And he's been shooting, so he's now spotted for a little while. And I hope that's enough for me to DPM him down now. So, not necessarily using this smoke to, like, perma-farm from, but using it to our advantage to stay undetected for just a little bit of time here. Enough to deal with him. Very good, very good. Man, this ship has a lot of tools as a light cruiser. It's a little slow, it's a little sluggish, like if you're caught. This is not an open water farming cruiser, that is for sure, as far as sustained open water gunplay, okay? You can do it for a little bit, but make sure you got a smoke ready to disengage with, or time a cyclone up like that. That's a little bit more of a rare one, I would say. We're in a bit of trouble. Yep. I think I just have to smoke right away, unfortunately. That is my last smoke. And the Novo is going to go around the island. I was predicting otherwise. Okay, that's fine. Torps are going to miss then. Oh, he got the blind fire Citadel. That's really, really, really bad. Unfortunate. Nothing you can do about that. Trying our best still, trying our best. Get the next set of torps up soon. Our Takao is living for a little bit here. Gotta watch out for Allende pushing me with a radar or something. Okay, we used his damage control now. So, with these torps ready, I'm gonna launch them. This side at the Novo, and then the other side at Colorado is the plan. And then kind of start running again. At least this way we can maybe isolate a fight with the Colorado potentially around this island. We'll see. The torp angles are a little rough. Yeah, there we go. Get the torps away at least. Don't ground. All right. So, we really need to hope for some big torp hits. Otherwise, yeah, this is not going to go so well. A Confed, a High Cal, it's a good Wiesbaden game. Pretty close, too. Just ran away from the team here at the end, unfortunately. All right, a 164 High Cal Confed is a very nice game out of Wiesbaden. We do end up losing. Our team absolutely got melted on the other side of the map. Yeah, nearly 1,800 on the loss for us there. I don't think that one's on us. I think we did our role pretty darn well. Ah, more like this. Yes. Yes, dude. Not double sub, obviously. Obviously. No one likes submarines or carriers. But if this was tier 8 only, battleship, cruiser, destroyer matchmaker, it would be perfect. Just get rid of these. Get rid of these, Wargaming. No one likes them. Since our detection is so good, I actually don't mind playing this flank. Usually when I'm a cruiser on this flank, I just leave. Okay, I try to go to this island or here, or here, or here. You know, there's a lot of good stuff on the other side of the map here. But in this case, maybe we can make this work a little bit. All right, Kiv coming in. I will pop the smoke. He smokes up as well. We actually have torps kind of going for him there. All right, found across a door in here as well. Yeah, having the smoke is a big deal for the playability of a cruiser on a flank like this one. So cross the door and we'll get a bit of damage into, or at least we'll try to. Make sure we pop our own hydro just in case Kiev torps us. Bismarck coming in. Now we got a minute to just chill here before we're gonna have to get more angled away. Notably, you know, we're not up-tiered into a tier 10 game, and there's a bunch of tier 10 battleships or something on this flank, so it's a little easier to play this flank as well as a result of that. I would much prefer our Kagero not be sitting broadside in his smoke. You know, destroyer play, we would much rather have the spotting, right? We want the spotting. Our sub is kind of YOLO'd it in. I think that's going to result in us losing our sub here rather quickly. Bayard, Cross of Dorn is a pretty scary flank. That is a lot of damage. So we're gonna get ready to run away here in a sec. Again, we have great detect, so we're still chilling for a little bit. Unless, of course, the Kiev is out of his smoke. Or actually, it's the sub. Kiev is too far away. Yeah, and then we only have depth charges. We don't have plane-based ASWs. And as a result, we can't fight the sub at all, unfortunately. Nothing to be done here, sadly. But maybe we can get some damage into the destroyer here. For some reason, the Bismarck is on the HE. That's pretty good for us. Try there. Okay, the Cross of Dorn is still around. 50 seconds. Can I survive 50 seconds? I really want to get damage in on the destroyer. Even a little bit. Every little bit of chip damage count helps onto a DD. And we're getting that. We're getting that right now. Very nice. I think the Cross of Dorn will give up here eventually. If Bismarck keeps pushing, maybe those Torps will be to our advantage. We'll see. He sees him. Okay, it's fine. Do some open water gunboating here. Oh, wait. He sees him, but... Oh, we still got one! Huge. That's actually massive, because it's the flood. Even more dots. Damage over time. Very good. Okay, a pretty solid flank. I'm glad our Kagero is still alive. I'm glad our Tirpitz is still alive. It's very good. Is our Kagero gunboating? Is that why he's spotted and getting shot at? I think that's what's happening. So, never mind. We're going to lose our Kagero. But hey, we should trade him out with the battleship here. And yeah, the Mines guns are very powerful, but their shell velocity at these ranges isn't good enough to... Oh, no! The Torps ranged just like that. Oh, how sad. All right, I think I'm forced to smoke here, actually. And come on, finish him off, please. There we go. Okay, good stuff. Oh my goodness, Mr. Kiev. What are we doing here? Did you forget that I just spot you? Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. We trade destroyers. We trade destroyers then. That's fine. Oh, there's the sub. Okay. I was wondering how we were spotted. Guess that makes sense. Bro's just chilling on the water. All right. I'll take the damage. Although, wow, it is shockingly low. Destroyers take way more damage from guns than subs do. It's surprising how tanky they made subs. Another reason why I just... Every ship in the game should have air-based ASWs. This whole ship-based thing is not useful at all. We might get to use them here purely because there's literally no one around. That's the only way we can actually push to get on top of a submarine here. Otherwise, yeah, you're just gonna die trying to get close enough. Aha! Someone's ran out. Let's go. All right, we get him. From the guns, not the ASWs. Although, unfortunately, again, we're on the receiving end of a blowout. So, we go next. Maybe there's some Torp shenanigans we can get across here. Go after the Bayard here. Yeah, look at that damage. It's really good. Okay, he'll angle. That's fine. He limits his DPM by quite a lot then. And I think I'm missing all of my torpedoes. He was a little closer to the island than I thought. And now he's broadside. Oh, we don't get the citadels though. Too bad. Go into his bow. Nice. All right. Well, we got to trade one out. These games are not as close as I would prefer, but that's okay. That's okay. We're trying our best. Man, that AP absolutely slaps. Oh, an Azashio. Hello, sir. He just wants to get the game over. Sure, that's fair. That's fair. Normally, you'd never catch an Azashio, so but not a very earned confed, I guess we could say. But we get a confed. Oh, I almost got it with the torp there. All right, the Kraken. The Kraken. Oh, I think he's got me here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, wow. Another, like, near 1,700 base on a loss. Oh, so close, man. The tier 8. But unfortunately, still a submarine. So we're going to push up. Again, playing a little more open water. This ship can handle it. And trying to take advantage of these torpedoes, right? We're going to torp on kind of the angle right along this island here. And then we'll spin around to get our other torpedoes off. We're pushed up enough that, you know, if something pops out around that island, whether it's a sub or a destroyer, we would get spotted. So we're a little bit over pushed. There's also a Baltimore here. That's pretty scary armor piercing. But we'll send the torps and then maybe we'll turn ourselves back and keep pushing the flank. Baltimore is kiting. Oh, look at that. It's really good. That means our radar is going to be quite useful. Or sorry, his radar is not going to be that useful and our smoke will be quite useful. Though Chappie radar notably is a 12-kilometer radar. So if we smoke up here and start shooting, what do we expect to happen, right? We expect Chappie then to radar and then we're in a bit of trouble. So I'm not going to do that just yet. Want to wait for him to either go down or we could maybe sneak a smoke in after his radar. So I've just kind of been chilling, spin to win, torping out here. We got 40k spots at this point, and our damage has arrived. What do you know? Our damage has arrived. So 30k from those torpedoes. The next set is targeted at the Amagi. If I was to smoke up here and start farming, what do you think happens? I think they all go dark, assuming they're not shooting. The sub is underwater enough that I don't think he's going to be spotting, and our Bismarck, understandably, is a little further back. So I think it's worth it for us to just sit here and be that torpedo boat, essentially. We get another torp actually in on the Amagi, so we're up to 60k damage and 52k spotting, purely off playing as a torp boat rather than as a DPM cruiser. This ship is very flexible. This is so interesting. I can't believe I forgot about this. Nice. We'll take the assist. Amagi is still on the flood right now, so we're getting a bit of tick damage. Okay, now he's done. All right. If he shoots, I actually probably will open up here because we have our smoke, right? I can always go dark if I need to, but I want to wait for him to shoot. That way I have the most amount of time to deal some decent damage into him. Okay, or he's on 1300. He hasn't shot yet, but I would like to take him out. So let's get him before he heals. I think this is actually the first time I'm getting spotted this game. So pretty crazy. Pretty crazy battle. Turn into the Balti. We'll get the Amagi. And then we can just go dark. And then keep this Baltimore spotted forever. It's so funny to play this role. Oftentimes I'm doing it as a destroyer, right? But hey, no DD on this flank. Someone's got to step up and do the spotting for us. Notice we're not repping these fires until this last salvo comes through, right? I don't want to just eat another fire if he gets lucky, right? Oh, nice. Bismarck got a really good hit in there. That's awesome. Now we could open up, certainly. You know, we're in a position where he's going to want to turn away, I think. Actually, if he turns in, we could just open up with the AP. I think we have enough damage out of it. Oh, certainly if he gets another Citadel. Wow, our Bismarck is absolutely clapping. That's great. I mean, I yoinked that one from him. Apologies, but we do need to clear the flank. And, I mean, 71k spots? 71k damage? I mean, we're pretty much even here. That's crazy. I honestly just don't... I don't think I've ever had a game like this. I've played this game for over 10 years. Tens of thousands of battles. I don't think I've ever had one quite like this. That's fun. Oh, that's really fun. It's a bit of a blowout. You know, our team is steamrolling at this point, unfortunately. So the late game isn't going to be all that interesting. But man, what an interesting early game this was. Playing a Wiesbaden and actually getting a spotting-focused game. Very, very fun. We had the torp push game, or like getting pushed with torps game. We had a bit more of a DPM focused experience too. Nice. I think we've got most of the picture of what this ship does. That's really fun. Oh, I might get a little more damage here actually. Finally in range. I guess one criticism of this ship would be that it's actually very slow. We go like 33 knots or something like that. For a light cruiser, that is not very good. So if you get caught into a bad spot, yeah, you're gonna be having a pretty bad time. Okay, a Hipper and a Hawk to deal with here. I don't want to smoke yet, but I'd like to get a little bit closer if at all possible. Let's turn in. Let's not eat the Hipper AP salvos to our Citadel. Although it looks like he overmatches us. Yeah, we don't have very much armor. Okay, got an assist on the Hawk somehow? Were we spotting that or something? Not sure, I don't think so. Is that just because I hit him with one shell earlier? That's weird. Or maybe my spotting from earlier game, was he the Hawk on our flank that then left? Maybe? Maybe that's what happened. Make sure we angle to this. Yeah, this open water gunboating thing is not what we do well, but it's all right. Into the last ship. That's fine. Can we get him? Yeah, all right. 3 kills, 90k, and 70k spots. Interesting. Very interesting. So with that, we are done with Wiesbaden for today's ship request. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. I had not played this ship in a very long time. Kind of forgot about it. It's very good though, so give it a shot if you haven't recently. That heal buff is very nice on it. The concealment, the torps, can fill multiple roles very, very nicely. Comment down below this one, whatever you would like to see next time. Most upvoted comment below this video, and it's only this video, is what I'll be looking at for next week's ship request. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.